Hello friends, welcome to the video lecture series of Engineering Mathematics 2. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the rectification. Rectification is nothing but the finding length of arc of the curve. The Cartesian curve, polar curve and parametric curves, all those curves we traced in previous videos. Now we are going to find out the length of arc of the curve. Length of arc of the Cartesian curve, okay, these two formulae I have given. For polar curve, these two formulae, and for parametric curve, this is the single formula. Yes, one of these formulae may be asked in examination as an MCQ. And for convenience, if Cartesian curve is given as y is equal to fx, if y is expressed explicitly in terms of x, then use this formula. This will be convenient. In equation of curve, x is explicitly expressed in terms of y, so you can use this formula. Here we are integrating with respect to y, here we are integrating with respect to x, here we have dy by dx, here we have dx by dy. Yes, for polar curves again, if r is explicitly expressed in terms of theta, then length of r means s is length of r. The length of r between theta 1 and theta 2 is under root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square, and integration is carried out with respect to theta. For the polar curves of the type theta equals f of r, if theta is explicitly given in terms of r, then use this formula. Now for parametric curves, if x and y are given in terms of parameter t, then length of r is this integral and integration is being carried out with respect to t. This type of MCQs are asked in examination. Here the MCQ I am going to read. Integral for calculating length of arc of parabola from the point 0, 0 to A to A is what? Length of arc of the curve I am not going to find out, only integral I am going to write. Here this is the parabola. This parabola does not contain free constant, therefore it passes through the origin. In chord tracing this we have done. In this parabola all even power terms in y are present, therefore it is symmetric about x-axis. Okay, this parabola is like this, and 0 to 0, 0 is this point, and A to A is this point because this is a lattice rectum, and this point x equal to A is lattice rectum, and A to A are the coordinates of this point. The integral for calculating length of arc of this part we want. So this y is expressed in terms of x is expressed in terms of y, or y is expressed in terms of x. You may write y is equal to root of 4ax also, or x equals y square by 4a also. Okay, this can be written as integral under root 1 plus dx by dy square, and this integration must be carried out with respect to y. This formula I have to use here, and here y varies from 0 to 2a. Y coordinate of this point is 0 and y coordinate of this point is 2a. This is the integral which will be used to calculate the length of arc of the parabola. You may use this integral also. In this integral, the function is dx by dy, and in this way you can write here integration with respect to x, here integration with respect to y. Here the limits of integrations are the values of y. Here the limits of integration will be values of x. This x varies from 0 to a. Okay, these are the integrals now. But these integrals will help us to find out length of arc of this parabola, this part of the parabola. In option you may have this one or this one of these two. Now the same thing, integral for calculating the length of upper arc of the loop of the curve 9y square equals x plus 7 multiplied by x plus 4 power 2. If you look at this curve, then all even power terms in y are present. Therefore, this curve is symmetric about x-axis. Curve is symmetric about x-axis here. And what we have to find? We have to find out the integral for calculating the length of arc of the loop of the curve. I want integral for calculating this. Here, y is expressed in terms of x explicitly. I am going to use this formula for integral. Integral of 1 plus dy by dx square, and integration must be carried out with respect to x. Now limits of integration must be the values of x. If you look at this, then this is symmetric about x-axis. It means the portion of the curve present above x-axis, the same portion of the curve will be repeated below x-axis. X-intercept of the curve means the curve cuts x-axis and those points are x-intercept. How to find out x-intercept? X-intercept you can find out by putting y equal to 0, because equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. So I am putting y equal to 0, what will happen? 9y square means 0, x plus 7 square and x plus 4 square. The x plus 7 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 7, and x plus 4 equals 0 means x equal to minus 4. The two values of x we have obtained. The minus 7 lower limit is the less value and upper limit is the greater value. So this integral, this is the answer to this problem. This is the integral which will be used to calculate the length of arc of the curve. Now, integral for calculating length of arc of the curve ay square equal to x cube from the origin 0, 0 to the point whose abscissa is b. Abscissa is x coordinate of the point, and only ordinate is what? Y coordinate of the point, and abscissa is x coordinate of the point. Now, if I want integral length of arc of the curve, the y is explicitly expressed in terms of x. So you may use this formula. If y is given in terms of x, you can use this formula. And now I want the limits of integration. Here we are going to calculate the length of arc from origin 0, 0 to the point whose x coordinate is b. So this is the integral which will be used to find out length of arc of the curve. Now same problem again. Integral for calculating the length of arc of the parabola cut off by the line 3y is equal to 8x. We want length of arc of the parabola. If x is expressed in terms of y or y is expressed in terms of x, then s is equal to integral 1 plus dy by dx whole square. Now I want two values of x. Here the situation is like this. Y square equal to 4x means this parabola is symmetric about x-axis. This parabola y square equal to 4x symmetric about x-axis. It does not contain free constant, therefore it passes through the origin. And 3y is equal to 8x is the line passes through the origin 0, 0, because there is no free constant again. The integral for calculating length of arc, we are not supposed to calculate length of arc here, only we have to write the integration. Integral for calculating length of arc of the parabola cut off by the line. This much part is our concern, because this much part of the parabola is cut off by the line 3y is equal to 8x. Then if I am using this formula, then the values of x I want. The values of x you can find out by solving this. So y square is equal to 4x, 3y is equal to 8x by 3, means y is equal to 8x by 3. The put value of y here, the 8x by 3 and square of it is equal to 4x. 8 square is 64, x square by 9 equal to 4x. Shift 4x on the left hand side, 64x square by 9 minus of 4x equal to 0. Then divided by 4, because 4 is common, 16x square by 9 minus x is equal to 0. Take x common, 16x by 9 minus 1, x equal to 0. Therefore, product of these two is 0. Therefore, x is 0. And 16x by 9 minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to 9 by 16. So, values of x we have obtained, x equal to 0 and x equal to 9 by 16. So, this is the integral which will be used to calculate the length of arc of the parabola, which is cut off by this line. So, you may use the alternate formula also, 1 plus dx by dy whole square into dy. In that case, the values of y you have to write here, and for the values of y, you can solve these two equations for the values of y, and you may get the values of y here. This is integral for calculating length of arc of the parabola, which is cut off by the line 3y is equal to 8x. The same problem again. Integral for calculating the length of upper part of the loop of the curve. Okay, equation of curve is given. Again, in this equation, all even power terms are of y are there. Therefore, it is symmetric about y-axis. Since the curve is symmetric about y-axis, then this loop will be symmetric about y-axis. This upper part of the loop will be symmetric to the lower part of the loop, means the loop will be symmetric about x-axis. Therefore, the integral I am going to write s is equal to, here y is expressed in terms of x, therefore 1 plus dy by dx whole square, dx I have to write, and here we want the values of x only. Okay, in order to get the values of x as the limits of integration, then find out x-intercept, put y equal to 0, because if you put y equal to 0 you get x-intercept. Therefore, x equal to 0 and x equal to 1, x equal to 0 and x equal to 1, 0 to 1. Okay, lower limit and upper limit. So in this way we have found out the integral for calculating length of upper part of the loop of the curve. Now, so far we found the integral. Now, the length of arc of the curve we want. From this point vertex to any point xy of the curve. Okay, name of the curve is given catenary. Equation of the curve is this. Using 1 plus dy by dx whole square cos h square xy. Okay, this is the multiple choice question, you know. But option, in order to save time, options I am not writing. Now y is expressed in terms of x. I am writing formula for s 1 plus dy by dx square. Here we are finding length of arc. X varies from 0 to x. X varies from 0 to x in this case. Then integral 0 to x under root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square. This is given to you. In offline examination, the value of this we have to find. But in online examination, okay, in online examination, value of this component will be given to you. S equals integral 0 to x under root and square. Okay, it will disappear. Cos h x by a is hyperbolic cosine. No? H is not constant. Then integral of cos h is sin h x by a. This divided by 1 by a, coefficient of x. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is x. Then substitute, put x equal to upper limit. The a will jump in the numerator. Sin h, put x equal to x, you may say like this, minus put x is equal to put x equal to 0, sin h 0 by a, means sin h 0, and sin h 0 is 0. Therefore, a sin h x by a is the length of arc of this catenary from 0, 0 to this point, and this point be any point of the xy plane. Again, the same problem. Now, the seventh one, length of arc of upper part of the loop 3y square equals x minus square. Using this thing is dash dash, means I want length of arc. I am writing the formula. The lower limit 0, upper limit 1 for the same curve we have done here, and the value of 1 plus dy by dx whole square is already given to you. That must be integrated with respect to x. 0 to 1, the square and root will disappear. 3x plus 1 is there, and under root of 12x. Then integral 0 to 1, 3x plus 1 by root of x. This root of 12 I am taking outside, and root of 12 is 2 root 3. Root of 12 is 2 root 3. Integral 0 to 1, 3x by root x is 3 root x, and 1 by root x here. Then 1 by 2 root 3 as it is. 3 multiplied by integral of x raised to 1 by 2 is x raised to 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus integral of 1 by root x is 2 root x. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is 1. 1 by 2 root 3 is as it is. See, this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled. This 2 will jump in the numerator, and then 2 and this 2 I am taking outside, directly writing 2 here, x raised to 3 by 2 plus root x. Put upper limit and lower limit, this 2 gets cancelled here, 1 by root 3. We find the length of arc of the upper part of the chordoid. Now it is a polar curve. Theta varies from 0 to pi. And what is the formula for this? Integral. R is given in terms of x, R is given in terms of theta, r square plus dr by d theta whole square. This is the formula. The value of theta is given from 0 to pi directly. Now 0 to pi, r square is a square 1 minus cos theta whole square plus dr by d theta whole square is, what is derivative of this? A is multiplicative constant and derivative of minus cos theta is plus sin theta square of it. Okay, this problem is for offline examination. Some part may be asked in examination. Means this integral may be asked in examination. Now 0 to pi, a square I am taking outside, it will be a, then under root of 1 minus cos theta whole square. A minus b whole square is like this. Sin square theta is as it is. 0 to pi is as it is. Then 1 minus 2 cos theta. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. 0 to pi. Under root 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 cos theta. Then integral 0 to pi is 2 into 2 is 4. 2 minus 2 cos theta. 2 minus 2 cos theta. Take 2 common. If you take 2 common, then 1 minus cos theta will remain in the bracket. And we have the trigonometric formula. So 1 minus cos theta can be written as 2 sin square theta by 2. This is a trigonometric formula. Then a integral 4 outside. If this 4 is coming outside, it will become 2. Sin square is coming outside of the root, it will be sin theta by 2. And 2 is outside. Integral of sin is minus cos theta by 2 for 0 to pi. And when you take integration of sin theta by 2, so 1 by 2 we have to write in the denominator. Then 2 and 2 will be 4. S is equal to 4a. Minus is outside. Cos of theta by 2 for the limit 0 to pi. Minus of 4a. Put theta equal to pi means cos pi by 2 minus cos 0. And cos pi by 2 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. Therefore, it is 4a. Part of the chordoid is 4a. Okay, the chordoid is like this. Okay, we have traced in chord tracing. Okay, this chordoid is in this way. And upper part of the chordoid, length of upper part of the chordoid we have found. But in examination, complete chordoid is asked in examination due to symmetry, because this chordoid is symmetric about the initial length. So due to symmetry, the length of the total length of the chordoid will be double of it. Means total length of the chordoid will be 8a. It is not asked here, but if it is asked in the examination, total length of chordoid will be 8a because of symmetry. Because above initial line and below initial line, the same chordoid is there. Now the next problem, find the length of upper half of the lemniscate, r square equals a square cos 2 theta in the first quadrant. Okay, this curve we have traced in curve tracing. In previous lecture we have traced this curve. Okay, this is the lemniscate and we want to find out length of upper half of the lemniscate in first quadrant. Okay, this is complete lemniscate and this much part occurs in the first quadrant. Therefore, we have to find out length of this much part only. In examination, if total length of the lemniscate is asked, then you can multiply it by 4 because this much part is symmetric to this one and this much length is same as of this one. Okay, you can multiply it by 4 if you want total length of the curve. And here r square plus dr by d theta whole square equal to a square cos 2 theta, it is given to you. In offline examination, this is not given, but in online examination, this is given to you. So I am using this formula. theta varies from 0 to pi by 4. See, if I take, in order to cover this curve, I have to move the strips from 0 to pi by 4. 0 to pi by 4 I have written because this is the tangent to the curve. Then r square, value of this is what? Value of this is a square by cos 2 theta. Is it? Then s equals 0 to pi by 4. Then this will be a here. A. Okay, this cos 2 theta in this variable. And 0 to pi by 4. And you can directly write also. No need to write this step. This raised to power minus 1 by 2. This integral can be easily solved. Here we have the argument 2 theta. To substitute 2 theta is equal to, you can take t, and theta, this implies theta equal to t by 2. Take derivative d theta, derivative of t is dt, 2 is as it is. When theta tends to 0, if you put theta equal to 0, t will be 0. If you put theta equal to pi by 4, then t will be pi by 2. Then this integral becomes a 0 to pi by 2 now. 0 to pi by 2. Cos of t raised to power minus 1 by 2. In gamma function, this type of integral we have solved. 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to power n. 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to power n is what? M plus 1 by 2 into root pi is divided by 2 times m plus 2 by 2. This plus 2 by 2. Okay, this type of integral we have solved there in gamma function. A multiplied by, this is 1 by 2 by 2 is gamma 1 by 4. Root pi is as it is. And 2 is already there. It is 1 by 2 by 2. Means it will be, okay, this is gamma plus 2 by 2, not 1 by 2. It is 2 by 2. Then it is 3 by 4, means gamma 3 by 4. In this way, we have found out length of upper half of the length scale. If you want length of total curve, then you can multiply it by 4 also. Now, the next problem, this is MCQ. Length of arc of the curve r equal to a to the power m theta intercepted between the radii, and this component is given to you. Since the component is given, so we will use this one, this formula r square d theta by dr square into dr, where r varies from these two limits of integration must be the values of r, and radii means it is the plural of radius. This is radius r1 to r2. With this value, this component is given. What is m square plus 1 by m square? Now this is constant, so you can take it outside. Under root of m square plus 1. Under root of m square is m. The integral of 1 with respect to r is r. Lower limit is r1, upper limit is r2. Therefore, this constant as it is, and put upper limit r2 minus put lower limit r1. Okay, this is the length of arc of this curve intercepted between two radii r1 and r2. Next one, the length of arc of the curve. Now these curves are the parametric curves. X and y are given in terms of theta. Theta is a parameter. So these are the parametric curve, and in parametric curve, what is the formula? The formula is integral dx by d theta square plus dy by d theta square to d theta. And here the limits of integral are the values of theta. It is already given to you. It is 0 to pi by 2. Then value of this component is also given to you in the problem. It is 2 will be called 2 theta. Then s equals root 2 you can take outside of integral. Under root of e raised to 2 theta is e to the power theta. Put up integral of e raised to theta is e raised to theta with respect to theta. Upper limit and lower limit we have to put. Root 2 is as it is, and put theta equal to pi by 2 and put theta equal to 0, e raised to 0 is 1. Okay, this is length of arc for this curve. Now, the length of arc of upper part of the curve, again these are the parametric curve because two equations are given, x is given in terms of t, y is given in terms of t. T varies from 0 to root 3 and value of this component is already given to you. The formula is dx by dt square plus dy by dt square. We have to integrate with respect to t here, and the values of t we have to put here. The values of t are already given to you, 0 to root 3. Then s equals integral 0 to root 3. The value of this component is given, 1 plus t square raised to power t, and under root is already there. Then 0 to root 3. This root and square will disappear. Take integration now. Integration of 1 is t, integration of t square is t cube by 3. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is root 3. Put t equal to upper limit root 3 cube by 3. Put t equal to 0, it will be 0 then. Therefore, s equals root 3 plus root 3 cube means 3 root 3. 3 is there in the denominator. This 3 gets cancelled. The 2 root 3 is the length of arc for this curve between these two values of t. Okay, in this way, we have solved some problems on rectification. We stop there. Thank you very much.